Today we are going to build two new LEGO minifigure habitats for two minifigures from the CMF Series 6. Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. We are here with the Sleepyhead guy, I think that's how it's called, and the alien. These are two minifigures from the series number 6, so pretty old one. Let's see what I can get built with these two minifigures. Let's start from the alien. So for the alien, I'm gonna little bit follow in the footsteps of what I did last time for the Space Miner, using again that sky tiles from the Space series, and hopefully try to extend it in a bigger way. Here now you have some footage from my members only vlog, where you can see a little bit the attempt that I was doing. First I was trying to build a interior scene, maybe some sort of UFO spaceship kind of thing, but I didn't like. I think the white didn't contrast enough with the gray of the minifigure. Then I thought I would do a alien landscape, and I was thinking maybe using some pastel colors or maybe use some lavender or pink, but I realized I didn't have enough parts, details, small pieces to create an interesting texture. So here is what I have in mind. So I'm gonna build all this terrain in lime. I'm gonna have some water feature on this alien planet. Here you can see these, what is it, yellowish green, I guess, at the bottom. I also don't have parts in that. Otherwise, that could have been a nice color to build up. But anyway, I'm gonna go with lime. So I'm gonna build a little structure over here on the side. And as a decoration, I'm using some crystals. I'm not too happy about the red one. I think it's not the right color, but something like this green one, or maybe this other one on the left, they fit a little bit better the color scheme. This one didn't really work well. And you can see I have another crystal there at the bottom to make it look like this water is coming out from somewhere. And also because then everything is going to be lime at the back. On the side, I'm going to finish up over here with some slopes. Unfortunately, in lime as well, I don't have as many selection as slope as I would like. I don't have cheese slopes, for example, in my collection. So I have to work it around a little bit with the pieces that I have available in my collection. But anyway, I think we can get a little bit of an interesting shape here already. And then, of course, I need to build up the sides. So the bottom layer of the habitat is going to be all with mostly these lime color. You can see I did a little bit of sideways building with some plates and tiles over there on the side as well. And the same I'm going to do over here, so that I can have a little bit of an interesting detail over there at the back as well. Here in the middle, we're going to add a minifigure later on. By the way, initially I didn't have the crystal. Initially I was using some sort of alien plants, but they didn't contrast enough. They didn't look good. So I decided to keep it like this. Now I want to go all around with the space tiles and try to keep them back. So very skinny detail like I did for the Space Miner. And this is going to be a little bit tricky. So here I'm going to connect this first one over here. And you can see that at the back side is quite a big structure. And in a moment you will see why. Here I strengthen the connection a little bit at the bottom. Here I wanted to use this. And if you remember, I used this already in some window in one of my old space habitats. So this is one of those minifigures from the Space series, which has the same pattern kind of as the tiles and as the Earth as well. So I would like to have the Earth here in this sky, but of course I need to find a way to block all the light from the back, because the torso is not a perfect square. I mean, it's not a tile. So here I had to create another huge structure over here. I have some brackets here where I can connect then the torso. I need to use some regular tiles, so in some spots there's not going to be the stars detail, and of course on the studs as well, but it kind of works. Now I need to slide this in so that it's aligned perfectly, like so. I need to have enough space for the ends, for the arms of the torso, and now you can see that we are there, but there is still a little bit of light depending on or where you are looking this at. I added a little bit of this kind of forced perspective mountains, I would say, or at least that was I was trying to achieve. And then here I'm going to add another couple of tiles. I didn't want to go too big because I don't want this to be seen much from the front, but I need to really find a way to block out that light a little bit. Now, if I add the other side is very simple and straightforward, just some detail, and you can see it's connected just with a a regular snot brick there. So this is going to be like this, but because these are tiles, there's going to be a little bit of an awkward gap over there. So what I need to do is fill that gap with these panel pieces. To do that, I had to do a interesting technique. So I have two brackets. I have a headlight brick coming off the side, and then one of these new round snot bricks in order to achieve the right offset on both sides. So now this is going to fill up that gap and align perfectly with the tiles, and then here I can finish this up. Of course, it's extending a little bit at the back, but I think that was the best that I could have achieved. Or I could have just tiled this part in black, but then it would have come off a little bit. It would have probably worked anyway, but I thought this would work. Now, the main character is going to be like this, but I thought I could add something else to make it this interesting. I think the contrast is there. Maybe some like lavender would look nice to highlight a little bit the minifigure, but I think the sky looks great. So I took another minifigure. This is again from the Alien series, the Space Series 26, I think. He has the I Love Earth. This is the tourist alien. I Love Earth over here. So I think also because of the size and the design of the face, this could look like the son maybe of this character, and the Earth in the background, Earth on his t-shirt, and the dad over here, or the mom, looking a little bit like not so happy about that t-shirt of the kid. By the way, this character actually in the series come with a white blaster, but I only have the minifigure, I don't have the blaster, so I didn't add that to my habitat. So let me know your thoughts about this new alien landscape build after the Space Miner of a couple of weeks ago. Let's move this to the side, and then let's start to work on the Sleepyhead that I usually keep here in my studio as sort of my sig fig, because I'm a brick dreamer. So I'm considering this a brick dreamer. So he's sleeping and thinking about Lego. Here is the base that I'm bringing in. You can see here I have this that I think is probably light aqua. Initially, I was thinking about building a small version of a mock that I did, a vignette I did very long ago, a few years ago, that was a scene from my childhood bedroom, basically. But I didn't manage to squeeze it in this space, even though I keep some of those features. Here is the bed. Initially, I had a smaller one because I wanted to add more details, but then the minifigure on top was looking a bit weird. So anyway, the minifigure is going to basically laying on the bed and sleeping over here. So I did a simple bed. Here we have some snot bricks to add a little bit of details at the front and the back. Here I'm using a different color to differentiate from this because I didn't want to do all white, otherwise it would clash with the headboard here at the back. Anyway, you can see here I have some jumpers because I need to offset everything, and because the bed is quite sizable and I need to fit the whole minifigure, you can see here I came off one more plate at the front. And you can see a Lego set there. That's a sticker of a Duplo set that is under the bed. Probably this guy is not playing Duplo anymore, okay? And later you will see why. So let's add a little bit more detail. So over here I'm gonna add the bedside table with a small lamp. I had some better design for this, but I wanted to try to keep it as small as possible to not overcrowd the scene. And then here we're going to build a wall. Very simple wall. I'm not too sure about the color scheme, but I guess this is a boy's room, so the color makes sense. And here I have another couple of stickers about Lego, because this is going to be, this guy is going to be dreaming about Lego. So it's going to be a brick dreamer. So what I'm going to do is add a sort of shelf at the back, like this, and I want this to come out a little bit, That's why I have another jumper. So this is gonna come off the wall. In my initial plan, I had this flash with the wall. It didn't look nice. So now I bring everything forward, like so. Here at the front, we are gonna add some more sets. So we're gonna have a creator set, these are all sticker over there. We are gonna add a friend set over here, and here we can connect also a Lego ideas set. And I tried to create micro scale version of this tree. Not too happy about the car, which is this one that is gonna go on top. Anyway, just two pieces, very simple. I didn't have a red roof, so I went with a dark red for this creator house that I'm trying to push over there in that that is actually a container piece built sideways. So that's why here we come off a little bit more, because this does not break. And then here is my small kind of dinosaur. I don't know whether it's a T-Rex or something over there in that Lego idea set. Anyway, this is gonna be over there. I think it kind of works, especially if you look a little bit from afar. Not easy to build those at this scale. Now I need to close the top here, so we're gonna go around again with the same color of the wall, like so. So you can see now the offset makes a little bit more sense, and I added one shelf on top where we're gonna put the teddy bear, that I'm guessing now this is this guy is not gonna be playing anymore with teddy bears. And here I have another Ninjago set that I'm gonna put on top. It's gonna be a little bit of red contrast to the scene. And here I'm gonna create the little dream cloud, like this. This cloud piece, I saw a builder, I will put it up here, the name and the picture of his design of the lamp. I shared that in the This Week in Bricks episode last week as well, for the Rogue Olympics. I think it was a great idea. I thought it could work as well for my cloud, or potentially could have done just the using some round tiles like I did in the past in some other build. That is kind of what my logo look like if you look at the logo of my YouTube channel. Anyway, then we have the normal cloud on top, and this one that make it look like it's coming out from the head, going up. And what is he dreaming about? He's dreaming about another Lego set. So what he wants now is a Lego City train, okay? So this, I think, is a pretty interesting scene. Let me know what you think about it. Maybe this one is a little bit more simple, but I really like this concept of the dreaming about Lego, like I guess most of us do often on the box or the set that we want to buy. Anyway, here is my latest addition to my series of minifigure habitats, until we are going to be waiting for a new complete series that I can cover in the future. But anyway, here and there I will always put out some more minifigure habitats. If you missed the last episode, the one with the space miner, you can go and the swashbuckler, I will put it here on screen so you can go and check it out. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Ciao ciao.